Hello. It's good to be back again. So for this month, our focus has been on the right standards, what to expect versus what to accept. And today we are taking the last session and rounding up this series, and I am privileged to have my husband again with me to do this together.
All right.
Welcome to Relationship Matters. Our names are Pastor and Dr. Mrs. Ufuoma Nwachukwu, and we are glad to have you here. So we're going to be taking a few sections and questions for this session, and the first question goes to you. So, Treasure, what do you think men should never accept? What are the no as far as relationship is concerned?
Okay. I think the first one has to do with the issue that has to do with respect. Okay, men believe that you have to respect them. If you are not submissive, just like the Bible may say, it will not work. Men has that ego. So that first is respect. A woman that disrespects the man will not take it. He will never take it. Okay.
Exactly.
Then the second one has to do with infidelity. Men don't love to share their women with anybody. So once a woman is found not to be faithful, especially in the sexual affair, it will not work. That marriage will hit the rock. Okay? The third one...
You're talking about before marriage. If he notices that the woman flirts, right?
Yes,
Because this is before marriage.
Yes.
Okay?
If you know, that means that woman is not trustworthy.
Yeah.
And men believe in that if anybody is not trustworthy from the beginning, you will have a problem. Then the third one is non-builder. When you discover that person is always like a consumer, even while you are in this thing, when you take him out, he wants to empty your account.
Yes.
You will order everything. Those are part of the test. You take him out, it's okay, let's just go. The person, she's looking at everything in the store. You want to buy this. She believes they have money. Even if ladies that are very intelligent, you don't order for much then. You just have to because the man that you should use wisdom.
Yeah.
You use wisdom. Even though you eat much. Don't worry, the man will get to know that you eat much. You don't start showing it from the beginning. Okay. So these are the three basic issues I have to emphasize for now.
Talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the women, the things I want to emphasize that are no. Of course, there is a full series on red flags.
Yes.
That has to do with relationship. For time's sake, in fact, that is a series we took for a whole month. We talked about different types of red flags that have to do with abuse, that have to do with communication, that have to do with manipulation. So we can't exhaust all. But for the sake of this session, what I want to talk about that women must not accept, one of them is values that are inconsistent or character that is inconsistent. Today this person is something else, tomorrow is another day. The person does not have integrity. He says something today, tomorrow you discover is not really true. That's one thing you must not go in for. The next one will be emotional unavailability. So the person could send you all the money, how much do you need for the month? He always sends the money, but the person is never there for you, doesn't know what you are passing through. Doesn't have time. He just tells you, I'm busy, how much do you need?
I'll send it to you.
Yes, he's not present in your life. Okay, even if you are sitting together, the person is not fitting into you to understand the issues that you are passing through. So that's another issue. And the last one I'd like to talk about is somebody that is putting you under pressure against your standards. So you've told yourself that I want to stay pure, and the person is telling you, have I not done this? Have I not introduced you to my family?
What else do you want?
What else do you want? Can't we just have sex? So the person is putting you under pressure. Those are some of the things that you should not accept. Then the next question, sir, would be, what are some of the reasons that men settle for less in a relationship?
Okay. I think number one has to do with the issue of lack of capacity building. Okay. When somebody has not built himself before thinking about marriage, the person will end up settling for the less. Okay, because he has not built himself. Then two can do with information. Some people don't prepare themselves. Poor preparation. I mean, we talk about anything that has to do with proper preparation, prevent poor performance. So when you don't prepare well, you have not read book, you have not consulted people, you have not known everything that has to do with marriage, and you just enter marriage. You're going to be doing like a guinea pig. It will be a test. It will be like a teaching practice, and it's not supposed to be so. So you need information to build yourself. Then the last one is lack of motivation. When somebody is not motivated internally, not external motivation, that person will see that at the end of the day will settle for less. We just say, okay, anybody I see, let me just pick. Nobody has accepted me. But if you have had a standard, you will know what you are going for.
Wow. That's amazing. So for the female, some of the things that make them settle for less is number one, lack of self-worth. They don't know who they are. So they feel, after all, since it's been 3 years, nobody has proposed. This one that Kukuma proposed, let me just grab this one. Okay. Another one is they feel the time clock is ticking. I'm now 28. I'm now 30. I've menopause and all that. So they feel under pressure to just take whosoever, forgetting that number of persons rush into marriage and rush out. So is it not better to wait for God's best? Another one is lack of patience to wait for God's best, pressure from family and friends, which of course we should not pay attention to, because by the time they pressurize you into it, it is you that will face the music. That's just it. So the last question would be, what will be your words? What are you going to say to men based on all this? We don't really want the video to be too long, so what will be your advice?
Okay, my advice is that you should not chase beauty, but you should chase purpose. So that's the key word there. Okay. Look for purpose. Okay, anybody who marry will be somebody that will fit your purpose, not just beauty. Beauty is an added advantage. Okay, look for beauty. I don't say you shouldn't, but that should not be your priority. Your priority should be your purpose. So anybody you are carrying along should be somebody who can help both of you to fulfill that purpose.
Exactly. Okay. And then for the women, what I would say is you don't have to reduce your standard. You don't have to shrink because you think that's a way to find love. A man that really loves you will get committed to you. Your goals, your vision should align, and that should make the person to want to get closer to you. And then I think it is also necessary for you also to talk about what to expect. What are the things we should expect in a relationship?
In a relationship, we should talk about share value. Again, you consider somebody spiritual value is very important. Yes. Not somebody that's going in opposite direction.
Exactly.
If you're operating somebody opposite direction, it will affect you. So share spiritual value very important. Does the person believe in what you believe? Does he believe that these are do's and don'ts, the boundaries? If you play with them, it will reflect after the marriage. That you are not flowing, you are not together.
Exactly. Another thing you must also consider is somebody that has a growth mindset. Does the person feel I've learned it all? Concerning marriage, I know it all. Concerning parenting, I know it all. Concerning everything, the person is not teachable. So what you should expect is somebody who is ready to learn, who is willing to grow. Do you have any other point?
Yes, mutual honor. There's be mutual honor.
Exactly.
You should respect one another. Either submit to one another. That is how it works. Because you have your values, I have my value, but we're coming together. So coming together will make us to respect one another. To a situation whereby you just delegate person, especially men. Men does that most. Especially a situation whereby the lady, you see that you are thinking that the lady is not a property. She's not a human being, it's not a personality. But it's a personality, it's not a property. Paying a dowry, that's why it's not, you don't say you want to buy a wife. It's just to contract.
Yes.
Those money that collecting, the money that collecting is not for buy, not for sale.
Exactly. Talking about that, I know a very close relative that's getting married very soon, by a couple of weeks. And my mom was asking about, okay, what is the bride price? He said, the girl's father said, just pay anything. You are not buying her. Pay whatever you wish to pay. My mom was concerned. I mentioned an amount, and I said, but he has the right perspective. You are not buying her.
You're not buying her.
So
it's not the property.
Yes, you are not buying her. Okay, that's very good. And then the last one I'd like to talk about is expect accountability. Yes, because in any relationship where the man feels I can go out, I don't need to tell you where I went to. Am I not the man of the house? So he just picks the car key, drives off in the morning, you don't know where he went to. He comes at 10 p.m. There's no accountability.
Yes, can run into any error.
Yes.
And people can even frame you up, and you will not be able to defend it.
So there should be mutual accountability and trust. Have you been blessed by this session? Thank you, darling, for joining me to do this.
Thank you very much for this.
Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you still waiting for? Kindly click on the subscribe button, share this video, like this video, and don't forget to start indicating interest and joining our wait list for our Prepare for God's Best program. Till our next edition, don't ever forget, you deserve God's best.
Bye.
Bye.